Hint, you can use the skip button to fast forward through text you've already read. Good to know, game. Thank you for that. That might be useful for this Let's Play. Hey everyone, Zach here, aka Crazy, louder this time, and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. In the last episode, our childhood friend Sayori dragged us through the depths of hell, I mean throughout the school. Let's be real, is there a difference? And we made our way to the Literature Club, where we met a couple new friends, and hopefully more than that by the end of this game. We'll see, I don't know. This time, we are going to be playing the ever so classic poem minigame. And this right here is where you decide who to pander with your poetry. So you basically select words, and one of these girls will I forgot. Sayori, Natsuki, and Yuri there. Monica isn't here for some reason. I wonder what that could be. Okay, no, we all know this isn't a blind playthrough. I actually asked you guys in the community tab whose route I should take first, and oddly enough, Yuri ended up winning. Honestly, I thought Sayori or Natsuki would have won, but, well, we're gonna start with Yuri first. So, Yuri likes words that are a little bit complicated, so we're gonna start with variants. There we go, we got her bouncing up and down there. Let's go with infallible. Alright. By the way, I can't see my cursor. You guys can, but I can't see my cursor while I'm recording, so this is going to be a very interesting experience indeed. Go essence. There we go. Let's go with vivid. Extraordinary. Oh, that was Sayori. Damn it, Sayori, get out of my way. Desire. There we go. Effulgent. Are any of these for Yuri? I don't know. Flying? I'm just gonna go with giggle since my cursor's on it. Let's go with existence. Alright. Vertigo. Vivacious. Come on now. This is going to be a very frustrating experience, I can already tell. Destiny. Climax. Heartbeat. Oh, that's Natsuki. Well, shit. Embrace. Oh, that's Sayori. Damn it. Let's go with entropy. Covet. Sensation. Unrestrained. Disoriented. Alright. We got mostly Yuri's words there, so that's all fine and good. Alright. Hi again, Crazy. I gotta remember what voices I gave to these characters. I don't know, but glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Hi, Yuri. What's up?
Thanks for keeping your promise, Crazy. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it.
Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Gee, thanks, Natsuki.
Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year.
And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room.
That was stupid. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. I was about to combine the two, but I don't think that would go over very well, so I'm just gonna shut up. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat.
Don't worry, guys. Crazy always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room, walking my dog. Wait, I have a dog? I don't know. How dependable.
Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. So is mine, really. Who am I to judge me? You almost set your house on fire once. That was fun.
Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you?
No.
I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Crazy can become good friends too.
Sayori, that's. Why are we getting mad at Sayori? That's not that awkward, is it? I don't know.
Hmm? ...
As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Is it really that weird? I don't know. I don't know. Doesn't strike me as that weird of a comment, but I don't know.
Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori.
Eh? Me?
Not really.
Don't be shy.
It's really nothing.
What is it?
Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. Ooh, what do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking.
I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. It's really uncomfortable trying to say these happy words to somebody who looks that embarrassed.
Is that so?
Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be.
Alright. Well, here.
Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book.
I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. Like, say, maybe over,
This is... How was this girl accidentally being so cute? Okay, it's my inner commentary, I guess. She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Let's see, 50 Shades of... what now? Yuri, thank you, I'll definitely read this. Definitely. I enthusiastically take the book.
Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. But at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from her reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. Oh? More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages.
Ah!
Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. Yeah, don't fucking look at girls for an extended period of time, you weirdo. Start drooling and shit, I don't know. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. Oh my. ... But that only makes her hide her... But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Yeah, no shit, dude.
Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so...
That's the book you gave me, right?
Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason.
Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book?
'Cause I'm weird like that. Ah. Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, it was buy one, get one free, you know? That's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. You know,
buy one, get one free? Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to let it go, even though I'm probably too dense to come to my own conclusion about it. I'll definitely start reading it soon.
I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story.
Is that so? What's it about, anyway?
Well,
Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. Ah, classic. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover.
Alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison.
Whoa.
And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart.
That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of nice stories that have dark turns that come from nowhere. I'm sure there's a lot of them. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Was that giggling? I don't know. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Crazy? No, I love it, actually. No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry.
Hope so.
Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into that shit. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different.
It's just that those kind of stories, they kind of turn me on, you know? They challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals, or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. Oh, we just stare at the wall here. I'm sorry.
Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything.
Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem.
Oh?
When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So, I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much.
You mean like now? I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. It's lit.
Well, that's true.
In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right?
You don't have to.
God, that worried face. What are you saying? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. ... Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's.
Yeah.
Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. A little.
I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone.
You never, read in class or anything? I used to do that sort of thing all the time. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Starts getting the Nintendo 3DS out or something. Is this distracting you? Just starts playing fucking... I don't know.
Alright.
I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's a reading rainbow, bitches. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. Did I just kind of slip into Yuri's voice as the narrator? Yuri, why are you taking over the narration?
Oh, sorry, my bad.
It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. I'm distracting myself, oh no! Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. Well then. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead.
What? Sorry. I was just...
Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you?
I do? I don't really mean to.
And now she says sorry for saying sorry?
Sorry. I mean...
Okay, that's adorable. I like that. Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them.
I suppose so.
Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Well, shit. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page.
Here.
Hey, CG, let's go. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. Easy now, you're in a classroom. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision.
Are you ready?
Huh?
To turn the page.
Sorry. I was being weird for a second. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how, whoa. I don't know how I'll be able, fuck, let me take a sip of water. I can't read. I can't say words. Okay. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her.
That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a little bit longer.
I feel like she said that directly to me as I couldn't read that sentence. That's stupid.
It's probably the least I could do, since you've been so patient with me.
Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition.
Hey, I wasn't done yet.
We continue the first chapter in silence. Doesn't look like a very interesting book. It just looks like lines and shit. I don't know. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. Weird use of the word intimate there, my guy. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit.
You think so? How does she?
Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways. But she also second-guesses all the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. Yeah, I hate that I relate to that. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms.
I see.
Yuri remains silent for a moment.
But crazy, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her.
Ooh, that's so embarrassing that you think that. Nice job breaking it, hero. Wait! I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. ... I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute.
Yeah. What are you saying all of a sudden?
Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri just says, throughout the rest of the conversation. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought.
Is that alright, Yuri? You look kinda down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this, she said while smiling.
It's not... it's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Ow! Get a fucking paper cut on my thumb. That fucking hurt. Alright, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you?
I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way.
In that case, I'll read a little bit more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know?
That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time.
Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book. Why don't you just get a bookmark? Get a piece of paper or something. Then slip it into my bag.
By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night?
Yeah, I did. It's just kind of a random collection of words, but, you know, it's stupid. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before.
Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait!
Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. So bottom line, we have all reached into our bags and pulled out our poems. Alright, who should I show my poem to first? Well, let's see what we got here. Let's start with Monica, why not? I should start with Monica. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem, and I want her to know I'm putting in effort. Even though I'm clearly not.
Hi, Crazy. Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, I'll keep that in mind.
Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up.
I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry, Crazy. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem.
Great job, Crazy. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical.
I'm sure it is.
I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you.
It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort. Welcome to How to Go Through Life.
That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism? Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively. Both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked, though.
I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet.
Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things.
I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. Yep, I'm sure. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this.
That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
I see. Well, let's read it then. Alright, here we go. Hole in wall.
It couldn't have been me. See, the direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he on the other side was looking in.
Alright. First poem. I guess I need to be out of the area there. That's how I know where my cursor's at.
So, what do you think?
It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays.
Has it?
That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines.
Well, I fucked up that delivery then, didn't I?
When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
What was the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany? What's that?
Yeah, something like that. kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.